this is Katie. I just drove from Bozeman to Big Sky. Big Sky is like just another part of this area of Montana, right near Yellowstone. And so I'm gonna show you some footage right now of the drive. And I'm here to go to some little like music festival thing that they have every Thursday. They also have a Music on Main in Bozeman on every Thursday, but I came down to the Big Sky one for tonight. And yeah, so enjoy this footage and then whatever else I end up being able to record later.
There's a pain I'll carry with me through the days. I will dream of losing you and losing me. I'm not the man that you will need. I'll let you down entirely. You're better off. You're better off. I'll let you go. You're better off. Kick me out and let me go. You don't need me, I'm an angry soul. Shut me out and lock the door. You don't need me. Pick up all these broken pieces I've left behind. I left you behind. Pick up all these broken pieces I've left behind.
Hey guys, it is the next morning. I spent the night out here in Big Sky, and yeah, last night I went to some music festival. Obviously I couldn't like play you the actual music for like copyright reasons and all that kind of stuff, but I know that I've spent a lot of time in Montana, but I still cannot get over how gorgeous it is here. Yeah, so that was the Big Sky music, whatever, every Thursday, and that's like much different than the one in Bozeman. Bozeman, which I can't even remember if I've ever showed you guys that. If I haven't, I'll go next week or something and show you, but Bozeman, it's more of like you walk up and down the street, there's a few bleachers if you want to watch the band, and there's a few food trucks, and it's a little bit more like you walk around and stuff, like you walk up and down the street. But this one is like you get chairs or you get a blanket and you sit and you watch on like a big field, and there was that huge stage. And so it was a little bit different, very, very cool, very fun. I'm gonna show you a little bit more, like I'm just gonna go outside real quick and just show you because it's just like stupid pretty here. And even all the buildings are so cool, like very like upscale mountain town buildings and views, and yeah, it's just breathtaking. It's insane. Hey guys, I just left Big Sky and now I'm on my way to Yellowstone and I'm so excited. I've been in Montana for over a week and I haven't been to Yellowstone yet. So we're on our way to Yellowstone, but I just wanted to show you this view real quick. How gorgeous is this? So I'm somewhere between Big Sky and West Yellowstone. And then when I get to West Yellowstone, I'll show you that as well, because that's like a little town right outside of Yellowstone, of the west entrance. It's so pretty here. I can't get over it. But I'm so excited to go into the park. Basically just gonna be driving around for a few hours. I'm actually going to be camping there in about a week and a half for a few days. But today I just wanna go for a few hours and drive around, see some bison, and take some cool footage for you guys. So let's get back on the road. So this is West Yellowstone. It's a very like touristy, like a lot of restaurants and shops, and it's right outside of Yellowstone, so there's a lot of like campgrounds and hotels and stuff here too. Well, don't quote me on campgrounds, but there's hotels and stuff, and there's stores and stuff, and there's also service here, because a lot of the time in the park there's no cell phone service, but there is here. All right, we're going.
There's a pain you carry with you through the days. You will dream of losing me and losing you.
Guys, we made it. We're in Yellowstone. Be bear aware. Do you guys see that sign? There's also a sign before that said 12 bison were hit by cars last year in 2018. How do you hit a bison? That's like hitting like a bus. I don't know, I don't understand how that happens. But we're here. And we're gonna hopefully see some bison because they're my favorite animal, you guys know that. We probably will. It's almost impossible to be in Yellowstone and not see a bison. Yay!
You're not the man
kind of stopped here. So this might mean a bison. It might mean nothing, but usually it means some sort of animal if people are stopped. Yeah, look. So all these people, you're supposed to be 30 yards away from bison and elk and 100 yards away from the bears. And so when I see people getting out of their cars and walking up to the bison, it makes me so mad. It's so dangerous. Okay, so we got to the end of the road, passing the Madison campground, and then we took a left, and so we'll be heading towards Norris and then Mammoth.
Better off, I'm better off.
We are about to get to Norris, and let's go this way and see the geysers. So in this video, I'm not going to the Old Faithful geysers. I'll be doing that in a couple weeks because those are like much more south and I wanted to go north. And so we can see the Norris geysers here. Okay, so just in case you guys are curious and more of like a visual person, want to see a map. So I came from Big Sky, right? I was staying in Bozeman, then I went to Big Sky, and then I drove down to the west entrance. I guess it's only 100 miles from Idaho Falls, but I came in the west entrance, and then I drove the 14 miles, which in the park takes about a half hour or so, to Madison. And then I drove again another half hour or so, sometimes a little bit slower depending on how many people, how many cars, how many like big RVs that are going slower, and how many animals. And so, yeah, I would say though, from the west entrance to Norris, it took me about an hour. And so now I'm at Norris, and then I'm going to drive up to Mammoth Hot Springs and then through Gardner and then go to Bozeman that way. And so when I come back here in like a week and a half, I'll be staying at Grant for 2 nights and then Madison for a night. And so that's when I'll be going to Old Faithful. I'll also go to the lake. And yeah, so this is just a map of Yellowstone. And just to give you guys an idea, Yellowstone is, well, if you know the size of Long Island, Yellowstone is about double the size of Long Island, and that's where I'm from. So this is huge. I mean, it could take you hours just to drive from like the north entrance to the southern entrance. And then when you leave the southern entrance, you go into the Grand Tetons. And then I don't even know if I've ever been out the eastern entrance before or the northeast entrance. I feel like maybe one of them. I don't know, maybe not. But I've definitely been these other 3 a lot. So anyway, there's a little map just to show you guys.
Kick me out and let me go. You don't need me, I'm an angry soul. Shut me out and lock the door. You don't need me. Pick up all these broken pieces I've left behind. I left you behind. Pick up all these broken pieces I've left behind.
Oh, I know I've spoken before about how you really should not hike alone in the parks, especially places like Yellowstone because there's bears and stuff. But the only reason that I'm okay with it is because there are tons of people on this trail. And so, like, I feel safe doing that. But I feel like a less populated trail, you should definitely go with a lot of people. But this, there's tons of people everywhere.
I'm better off. Fall asleep and let me go. Close your eyes. Goodbye.
I did just see some people go this way, just like a few steps ahead of me, see, right there. So, and there's people behind me too. I don't know if they're going this way, but they're not too far. We're keeping safe, guys, we're keeping safe.
Fall asleep and let me go. Close your eyes. Goodbye.
Started here, walked down, walked this way, now we're gonna go back around, and we might go up there too. But yeah, we're right here now. hike. Okay, we just left Norris, and now we're headed to Mammoth. So there's road work up ahead. I'm still just in between Norris and Mammoth, and they literally have signs that say like turn your engine off, because it's like a 2-lane, like 1 lane on each side, but it turns into just 1 lane. And so I guess, you know, we're probably waiting for a little while. But yeah, I just wanted to say hi. And I was trying to tell a story before my camera died, and then my phone filled up, and I just like was having a little bit of an issue telling the story. But in terms of just like respecting the parks, like I was on a ranger-led hike once around some of the thermal features, which are thermal, like they're boiling, and our ranger had to just kind of like stop talking to the group for a second and start talking. There's a crow, a raven, something. Do you hear it? But yeah, so our ranger stopped talking to us for a second and turned over to someone like behind them, but like down a little bit because we were up on a path, and started screaming at someone because someone got off of the path and started to go incredibly close to a thermal feature. And it's just like you'll die. You know what I mean? And like if you go near the animals, like you could harm them or they could hurt you. I just have like an issue with people who don't respect the parks, you know? And like even someone today, I just saw someone like litter, like a candy wrapper thing. I'm sorry, hold on. I think he's our entertainment for this long wait. Good job, bird. A+. But yeah, so I saw someone litter a little like a Werther's Original candy wrapper today, and she went to go pick it up, and then like I think it just started to like move because it was like the teeniest bit windy at that point. It got windier later, and then it just like moved a centimeter, and then she just like gave up and started walking away. So I picked it up, but it was just like I just wish that people respected the animals, respected like the nature, and especially in the national parks where there's like these big animals and thermal features. Like you don't want to go near those, you know what I mean? But they're beautiful to look at, and they make the trails and stuff to keep us safe and to keep nature safe. Like win-win, you know? So trying to think that like we know better than the people who built the trails, like we don't, you know? Like we want to keep ourselves safe and keep the park safe. So there's my little PSA. But yeah, so Norris is gorgeous. Those thermal features there are incredible. Especially, what was that second place I went to? I forget, like because one was the back basin, and then what was the other one? Paradise Basin or something with a P, I think. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And yeah, so we're just gonna go to Mammoth. So I might go walk around there and then just hang out for a little bit. Usually there's elk up there. Maybe we'll see some of those. Hey bird, what's up? Hi. How are you? All right, so just while we're still waiting, if you guys have ever been to Yellowstone, tell me what your favorite part is. I know my favorite 2 parts are the animals, specifically the bison, and the thermal features. They're just so incredible. They're just so incredible. Yeah, it's a cool place, guys. If you've never been here, I highly recommend it. It's incredible. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna stop recording myself because I'm just gonna start babbling, and nobody wants that. I'll see you guys in a little bit. We're moving.
You lose yourself when the wind flows through your hair.
Okay, so we're still not at Mammoth yet, but I wanted to show you know how I said that my favorite things about the park were like the animals and the geysers? My favorite actual place in the park is, I have to find out what it's actually called. It's just a little bit south of Mammoth, and it's just, I just have to show you. There's literally no way to explain it. I just have to show you. It's incredible. Hold on. Isn't that just so cool? All right, I'm gonna drive up a little bit more because then there's like a place that you can pull off in the middle of all the rocks. So I'll show you that in a second.
You taste freedom as you fill your lungs with air.
I don't know if I can really park here, but I can stop for a second. How incredible is this? It's just like my favorite part of the park. In terms of like landscape. I feel like I'm on like a Disney ride, you know?
The time has stopped, your mind has set sail. The road is home, the stars will light the trail. The stars will light the trail.
Okay, so this is Mammoth. Has like this cute little restaurant, a couple little stores and stuff. There's the general store. I think there's a hotel. And so this is the northernmost town. It's only maybe, I don't know, 5 miles or something to the northern entrance. Okay, so yeah, this is Mammoth. It's very sunny, don't mind me squinting. I think we're gonna go walk near the thermal features here.
I find myself here alone on this dusty road, waiting for a sign to point me home. I'll close my eyes and put my feet to the ground. 'Cause when I'm lost, I don't want to get found.
Look at these guys. Look how cute. And that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this like big sky driving all over and Yellowstone little tour with me. You guys know it's like one of my favorite places in the entire world. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure that you're subscribed if you're not already. Go follow me on Instagram as well for more daily updates. And that's gonna be it. I love you. Jesus loves you. And I'll